So good morning everyone and welcome to Morning Mindset. Welcome Nikki and Anna who are in the room. I was just saying I look a little bit windswept because I just come in off a scooter. Not the, like the manual kind, the electronic kind. But yeah, it was fun. We were out having a coffee this morning and we were on this little scooter running around. I was on the back of it. So welcome to another Morning Mindset. It's great to see you here again. This week we are unpacking our virtual assistant operations topic as we run up to the release of level 3 of one sourcing. Which is all about the operations of a virtual assistant business. Yesterday we talked about the website. The day before we talked about systems, operational systems, and today we are talking about creating client resources, which is the next step within the Level Up 24-step process. So when I talk about creating client resources, we do this for a few reasons. First of all, it's so you look super switched on and you look super helpful, okay? So whenever you can give clients resources about how to get started with you, even if they've worked with VAs before and things like that, they probably wouldn't have done it the one sourcing way. So this is a real opportunity to make that first impression with a client and have them go, wow, I feel like so well cared for. This person has really got their stuff together and like the onboarding process is super cool, super slick, like really good. And that's what a lot of feedback I get from my clients about my onboarding process, which I have shared in One Sourcing Operations, is that my onboarding process is like, wow, like so good, leaves no stone unturned, but yet super simple and super slick. So when we talk about client resources, the first thing I would suggest you do is create a client hub. Now this client hub is something where clients can log in onto your website, and this is all built in to the One Sourcing template, by the way, the website that I was talking about yesterday, where I've created everything for you and put it together. I've built you a hub, a client hub, and inside there I've basically put all the basics of the things that you need in terms of client resources. And these areas need to be populated with things like FAQs. They also need to contain your policies, things for how you meet up with clients and client collaboration. And when I talk about these policies, I mean like your guidelines and your rules. So the clients know when they go in there, they're seeing the same thing as every other client. There's no favoritism here between one client and another. You might want to do that separately in their unique project management space, but when you add them to the client hub, or I call it the One Hub, then they will see that everyone has the same rules. There's no favoritism. This is just how you work with clients. So there's things like the policies for meetings, collaborations, scheduling, communications, what are your boundaries and your guidelines with communications? And, it's really important to get clear on these up front and in the beginning, so you go into the relationship with the client and they know exactly where they stand. They know exactly where they stand, so they don't overstep the mark. They don't take advantage of unlimited, kind of custom support and thousands of emails. I had to put this in place because I literally had some clients that were so respectful of time and, almost apologetic when they contacted me asking for something, or, it was beyond what I was supposed to do. But not all clients are like that. There are other clients who will literally every day send message upon message upon message, like not really think about coordinating their messages and just, hit you with a bunch of stuff that you have to then go through and reply to. Now, to me, that wasn't fair that one client was draining more or sucking more of my attention away from other clients because they just simply didn't know the guidelines. So I put these guidelines in place so everybody has the same level of communications, which also is incorporated into the budget management when we go through the next level, which is about finance. So again, this One Hub is very critical, not only for the expectation management of clients, but also for the management of the financial aspect and keeping your business profitable. Not many people connect the two, the onboarding process with the financial process, but they're the same. They have to work in unison. Then there's obviously the guidelines about work, when you're doing projects, how many revisions, that type of thing. So all of that stuff needs to be collated and communicated. Frequently asked questions and any other resources like the one sourcing pledge or the service agreement, links to all the different systems that they're going to be working with, how to access the client area. So there's many things that need to be considered. And through that consideration, all you need to do is document it once, put it inside the client hub, and then begin the client onboarding process, which there are a few different steps to. I've shared mine all inside One Sourcing Operations, my complete onboarding process with all the materials that I use to onboard clients. So if you're inside One Sourcing Operations, then you don't have to figure all this out. But if you're not, then it's something you need to consider. So that is today's step about getting together all your client resources, getting together your policies, procedures, your boundaries, your guidelines. It's all about expectation management, and it's all about really wowing the client when they on board with you. And, once you can get that up front and also factor in, in terms of the cost and how much, how to keep your business profitable, you'll realize that you probably, if you're an established VA, have been spending a lot more time on non-billable stuff, like just communicating with the client and dealing with a lot of messages and stuff like that, which was completely unnecessary. And at least this allows equal opportunities for all clients. There we go. So tomorrow we have another step. What day is it today? It's a beautiful Tuesday. Tomorrow we have one more step, the last step for this week, and the last step of the operations before we release One Sourcing Operations on Saturday. And then don't forget Thursday we've got our Oracle card readings. So we're going to do daily accountability now. Get your journals at the ready. We are going to step into that, and I will see you back here tomorrow for the final step in the One Sourcing Operations. And if you want to get all 24 steps right now, go to virtualmissfriday.com/level up. And don't forget to check out the One Sourcing inside there too. So thank you so much, ladies. Thank you, Nikki. And we will get into our accountability right now. Take care and see you tomorrow. Before we begin, don't forget you can join me live online inside Virtual Co-working Space at www.virtualmissfriday.com/VCS. If you enjoy this session, give it a like. I'd love to hear from you, so write me a comment. And so you don't miss any updates, don't forget to subscribe. Let's begin. So now we're going to look for the positive with our gratitude. First, we'll spend 1 minute thinking of the day before, thinking of all the things that happened, reflecting on work, interactions, relationships, memorable moments, and more. Now you'll write one thing down minimum that you're grateful for. You can, of course, write down more. Something good, something that went right, a small moment or a big win. The more you search for things to be grateful for, the more you will experience things to be grateful for. Now we're going to read out your goal. Make sure your goal is written down in a journal or somewhere you can easily access it. Read your goal now, ideally out loud, and commit to this goal. Believe it will happen. And by reading this daily, the universe knows clearly what your goal is, and the things begin to shift in the direction of your goal. Follow your instincts when this happens by taking action.
Now you need to see your goal in visualization. Spend this minute thinking about the goal in your mind. See yourself taking steps towards the goal, or even better still, see yourself having already achieved the goal. Close your eyes and go there. Step into the feeling, step into the place, step into the accomplishment. And finally, it's time for your most important task. Set this task for today and make it relating to your goal. This could be something small like sending an email, recording a video, or making a phone call, or it could be bigger. Either way, one task a day is one step forward, and those steps will add up. Do what you can from where you are now. Set the intention, and the action will carry you towards your goal. Well done you for completing your daily co-create session. Have a fantastic day ahead, and I'll see you next time.